welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this message today. I'm not quite sure what today is going to be about because I haven't thought of anything. So let's roll the dice. Jesus, Murphy. Okay, let's do that again. 10th house. Gemini. Neptune. This is giving me a really weird vibe. I don't know. I'm not gonna speak yet. You know what I mean? I don't know what exactly. Because I'm not sure if this is something like somebody is illusion to ever think or believe that they could do something that they love. I don't know, maybe. I mean, if you're drunk enough, you could say, like, I would never find something. I could never love what I do. I could never, be envious of other people doing what they love. There's the star with Neptune energy. I feel like it's craziness. I feel like it's madness. 3 of Swords in reverse. I don't know. Maybe you... I'm getting this, like, maybe you're thinking about, like, starting a business with, like, your partner or something, like with your wife or something, or your husband. And you're, like, hesitant to do it because it didn't work out so well maybe in the past. But Spirit is like, why are you even thinking about what happened in the past? You healed from it. It's fine. Emperor in reverse. Oh, okay. Maybe they lost something. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. Maybe they lost the business altogether. Somebody played dirty. So now it's like, would you really do it again? Like you did it once, but... Or maybe this is somebody telling you that, like, you can't find stability in this because it doesn't have something to do with them. Or, like, those parents, I was watching this, this little, whatever you call it, wheel, skit, short, I don't know. She popped up and it was Imagine Dragons receiving an award. I don't know if it was like an Oscar. No, it wouldn't have been an Oscar, like a Grammy or some shit like that. I don't know. But the lead singer, like, stands up with this and he's like, my parents, I grew up and my parents, all my siblings are doctors. And he's like, I went the opposite way and I didn't go to school. And he's like, and now I'm richer than all of my family. And he's like, and all I've done is play music. And it was kind of cute to see because Mother of Cups, a lot of people's mothers, okay, fathers, mothers, whatever, they think love would be telling you what to do, and forcing you to do something, scaring you, right? The real world. You don't know the real world. Tell me how they probably don't even either. Okay, you don't know the real world. You got to get a real job. You got to do this. You got to do that. That's not helping raise a child. That's threatening a child, so then they choose something to do, and then then it's out of your hands, and you don't ever have to worry about them being broke when they're older or ever coming back to your house. Like, the thing is what's so fucked up with like parents and like kids growing up and shit is it's really sad because they put so much stress on kids to like go to school and further educate themselves. And yes, I'm not saying that is not important to do by any means, because it is, but so many people, 5-10 years into their career are so miserable and still in debt and pissed off and in this life they never wanted because they listened to their parents and went to school, and now they're angry and they're mad and they started families because their parents told them to, and they said things to do because their parents told them to do it. And it's like, again, why is your parent telling you what to do? They should be supporting you, help guide you. If you don't know what to do, I don't know, maybe they could fucking help out a bit. Maybe they could do some, career classes, or, let the motherfucker take a couple years off from school. Okay, that never killed anybody. Find their own way. Okay, and knowing that you find your own way, it's going to be rough, and you're going to be in, shitty apartments, and you're probably not going to have credit, and you're probably not going to have a lot of money. But if you don't care about that stupid fucking official bullshit lifestyle, then you would find something that you do, because you're not doing it because you make a lot of money. You're doing it because you want to do it. It's like a whole different breed of people coming out nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of people are figuring it out, that going to the 9 to 5 and doing that bullshit. And I'm not saying it's bullshit for everybody. I'm just saying, if this pertains to you, that lifestyle, like, I've never been attracted to a 9 to 5 job. Like, I don't know how to be. Like, I tried so many times to get a 9 to 5. It was never a 9 to 5. It was be like an 8 to 4 or a 7 to 2 or something. I was so fucking miserable getting up every day and doing that. I couldn't do it. And now I'm at a point where my body decides. Like, I don't get to decide anymore what I want to do. It's how my body reacts, what my body says, how my back is. And if I can do it, I do it. If I can't, I'm fucking done. I'm done, son. Okay, so it comes to the point where if you don't start making choices for yourself, then your body's going to, and then you're fucked, because your body is going to tell you what to do, and you're not going to be able to ignore it, because all those people that did ignore their body in their 20s and in their 30s, okay, now realize they can't do that anymore. They can't ignore the elephant in the room without either seriously popping more pills, becoming manically depressed, all right, seeking fucking therapy in every block they can, i.e. getting their nails done, spending money on their hair, going shopping. Okay, those things, honestly, those things that women, they say that they're like going out and like treating themselves to, are actually some of the most stressful situations, because you are around a group of strangers. Okay, someone's holding on to your fucking hands. Okay, that's energy right there. Who fucking knows who this other person is that's just holding your hands? Okay, trying to do your fucking nails that clearly God gave you hands for. You can do yourself. Okay, and now there's so many machines. You want fake nails? There's fucking fake nails everywhere. You don't gotta go somewhere spending, oh my God, this one video I watched, $380 for a fucking set of nails. I'm like, that's a fucking car payment a week. Like, that's a bi-weekly car payment. Like, who the fuck, for nails, for fake nails? Like, it just is like, if you go to work every day and work your fucking ass off for money, there's no fucking way you're going to want anybody spending $400 on their fucking nails. You know, these things are dead, right? Like, they're dead. Your nails are dead. Yes, they grow, but they grow. It's just for, honestly, your fingernails are just there for protection. Okay. They're there to help you claw. All right. Obviously, we're all Neanderthals at one point in time, so we needed our nails. But like, nails, they're not even really like necessary. And then to put an entire apartment on top of them? What the fuck? Like, these girls' nails are like that high and like that long. I'm like, how do you scratch your ass? How do you wipe? I don't know how you do that kind of stuff. Just beyond me. Okay, beyond me. All right. And when women do that shit and they go and they spend all that money, that's the most stressful time possible. You know, the time where I love to paint my nails when I'm sitting watching a movie, right? Or I'm listening to a Chiron video, or I'm listening to a psychic reading or something like that, or I'm listening to music. I'll sit and paint my nails. I don't know if I go out rush hour, go sit in line and wait for some fucking, I don't know, foreigner to fucking come and do my nails. Then I got to pay them $100. Like, what? Are you kidding? That's the thing. It's like people, they work too hard, and then they're like, I have to pamper myself so much because I work so hard. Oh my God, that defeats the purpose of working hard, because you're just going to lose your money now, right? Like, once I realized what money is actually for, and it's not for taking fucking trips to Jamaica and fucking spending all this money and going in hotels and all this bullshit. And I started spending money on food. Really good fucking weed, okay, and just gorging myself if I really need to. And I'm pretty skinny, so I can handle it. I can do it. All right. I started doing things a little differently, like spending a little bit more money on the car. You know, like, let's clear the engine out. You know, you got an little bit of extra money. You do something for the car. Let's get something for the snakes. Let's get something for somebody who needs it. Like not. And then we save our money. Like, my sister and I are so good at saving our money. We save our money so well. We don't spend our shit on other people doing stuff for us. Like, this beautiful fucking hair that you see, I cut it myself. I know, it's crazy. I know. I cut it, I dye it. All right, I curl it, flat iron it, blow dry it, you name it. Okay? And it's honestly, why the fuck would I want anybody else touching my hair? The last person who touched my hair, she fucking, one side of my hair was like up like this, the other side was like down like this. It was, oh my God. I was like, are you trying to make me look ugly? I think you fucking are. Because that's the thing. Watch out for hairdressers, because they want to make you look ugly. Okay? If they know you're attractive, they want to make your ass look ugly. I don't know why. I don't know who the fuck bred them, but they're awful. Hairdressers are awful. And I'm really sorry if you do that for a living. You might be a good person, but hairdressers in my past, awful people. Nail technicians, awful people. Okay? Because they're overworked. So they're sitting there talking about in their heads about how overworked they are while they're doing somebody's nails who's just trying to relax. Do you see that? Like, it's like this? Because one person's up like this and the other person's down. That's very, like, you know, that's not, like, collective needs to calm down. Like, you do shit for yourself because you want to, not because you go out and you get money. Therefore, let's just go spend it like we're fucking millionaires, because you know you're not, and now you're going to be broke. Okay? So I don't know. Look at that. Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck with fucking strength, and the Hangman in reverse. Ooh. Honestly, the wheel is turning. And strengths here, you could be a Leo, but that doesn't necessarily matter. I mean, you could be an Aries, could be a Leo, you could be a Gemini, could be a Pisces, could be a Capricorn, could be Aquarius. They're all fucking here already. The whole gang is up in here, okay? So, oh, there's the Magician under the Page of Wands, 7 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. 2 of Wands in reverse, because the 9 of Cups is in reverse with the 8 of Wands. That's why something's hiding from you. You're hiding the best part of yourself, which is going to reveal what you can do to make money with it. You're hiding it because, I don't know, maybe you're just afraid to grow it, or you're afraid to make the decision to do it. 2 of Wands in reverse, because 9 of Cups in reverse, you don't know what you want. You don't know what you want to wish for. You don't know what you need. You don't know what you like, right? Someone's got to narrow down. And like, that was really hard. You know, in my 30s, I really had to figure out, okay, like, what do I want to wear? Not what my mother wanted me to wear. Not what my disgusting ex-boyfriend wanted me to wear. Okay? Not what fucking Tits McGee on the other side of the fucking corner wants me to fucking wear. All right? What does Whitney want to wear? So I had to figure out clothes. Like, you know how hard it is just to figure out what kind of clothes you like? I mean, because clothes are awful. Awful. Hate them. Okay? I wish we could just be naked and just covered with hair. I mean, I'm kind of like jealous of Yetis. I'm not going to lie. Like, they don't have to wear any clothes. They don't have to worry about it. Like, what am I going to wear today? Yeti doesn't have to worry about that. Okay. It was really like, you know, what are my 9 of Cups? Like, what do I like? What do I want? How do I want my hair? Do I want to paint my nails? Do I want tattoos? Do I not want tattoos? Do I consider a society that's going to be like, oh, you dress like a little punk kid and I'm 40? Like, I give a fuck. I'm over that now. Like, you're going to tell me I'm dressing like some little punk kid? I don't understand what that means, because I'm just in my clothes that I want to wear. I'm not a mom, okay? I'm not going to go shop at Ricky's, okay, all of a sudden because I popped one out of my pussy. Like, my fucking sister-in-law, suddenly when she had kids, was like, she just started dressing different. She just, you know, and I couldn't understand it. I was like, what? And now you're like 40, 50 years old. And she was like in her 20s. Like, I didn't understand. Like, why are you not being you? Like, because you're kids, or do you feel like you can't drop them off at the fucking, you know, at school dressed the way that you want? Or like the PTA parents are going to get angry at you, you know, because you're wearing a Slayer shirt? Like, does that really fucking matter? I mean, you're at the fucking PTA meeting. Why does it matter what the fuck you're wearing? Because most parents aren't even fucking there, right? So it's like, I don't know, maybe somebody needs to realize what they like, right? Because if magic is in reverse and your magician is in reverse, then there's something you're not doing, or something that you're refusing yourself, because you have all the tools that you need. They're right there, but you're not looking at them. See how he's looking away? It's like he's not looking at what he has. He's looking in a different direction. Okay, which is weird because he's a cheetah and he's looking in reverse. Okay, so I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know if somebody just doesn't know what they want. They don't know what they like. Mother of Swords in reverse. So Queen of Swords in reverse, that would kind of make me think that that's a big fat lie. Because you do know what you want. Okay, Chariot in reverse with the Four of Wands, Father of Pentacles. That's the thing. There's another 7. 777. That was on my speedometer today. Spirit said I was going to see it, and I sees it. It's right there. Okay, 777. This is divine as fuck. Okay, we can't get any more divine if we tried. Okay, and actually, it's actually 7777 because the Chariot is also 7. Okay, so 7 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. I don't know why your 2 of Wands is in reverse. Okay, because you are the King of Pentacles, which means all you need is direction. And that's where you get your success. You gotta pick up something. You gotta choose. I don't know what it is, but you gotta pick something. So then you can do something. Okay, there's the Father of Cups. So there's your King of Cups right there. I really do feel like somebody's caught in the past with something that hurt them. I don't even necessarily feel like they care about what they lost. It's about how they got hurt. Okay. And now it looks like they're being guided to do the same thing again where they already got hurt. And it's like, well, put it this way. You got hurt in the past to teach yourself something. Okay. Now in the future, it's not going to be the same move because you're not the same person. It's not going to be a move with the same person. Or if it is with the same person, then you have to look at yourself and go like, okay, well, if I've changed, have you changed? Right? Don't make a big move with somebody from your past that you don't really know, even if you made big moves with them in the past. You know, allow yourself some time to just think about it, right? Like you don't need to make major moves, right? In this little teeny tiny frame. Like if you do, then you need to maybe possibly work on your time frame or something, right? Because this is like, you know, if you I was just with a girl, she missed the bus and she actually missed the train. We were way behind today and she needed to go somewhere. She missed the train and I was like, were you going to rush to get the train? And she's like, fuck no. She's like, I'll get the one 45 minutes later. And I go, oh, you're really going to take your time, aren't you? And she's like, oh, yeah. So, like, again, there's a chance that you have to rush something to make the appointment or something. Just don't. Don't rush it. You know, wait for the next appointment. Wait for something else. Wait for you to be in line with something. Because if it feels like it's not right or like you're doing something and like you're going to throw, like, okay, you gotta, hopefully you know how to read your body, okay? Because your body will tell you a lot of things. And if you're about to make a move that they really don't want you to do, I can probably guarantee that you will go to do it, but you're gonna stop yourself, okay? I don't think, the thing is, I believe that you're smarter than what you were in the past, which is why you're still thinking about it, right? You're still thinking about it because it did something to you, okay? And that's not, what will we say? Ooh, Queen of Wands on the top. That's not counterproductive to think about what happened, What's counterproductive is to make no moves because that happened. Right? That's the thing. Like, I don't believe the universe is going to put you in a spot where you're going to get hurt. It's going to put you in a spot where you have to make a decision for yourself. Okay, so you can move something forward, make money off of it, okay, and not be so illusioned that it could never happen to you because you like it that much. Because that's the thing. If you like it that much, if it's like, you know, put the energy into yourself, I'm sure you like yourself a lot, okay? Do that. Because that's what the universe is telling you. If that's what the universe is telling you to do, oh, look at that. The Knight of Cups is in reverse on the bottom of the deck. Why? Four of Pentacles in reverse. It has something to do with money. But it's in reverse. So I feel like this king is smarter, you know, than, I just heard the average bear. Well, there you go. You're smarter than the average bear. Okay. You see how he's got that pentacle in his antlers there? Okay. There was four before, kind of, you know, all combined and stretched together. And you see all these ropes holding them all together. Now he's just got one. That's it. Okay. One big ass pentacle, which is here. Ace of Pentacles right here. Okay. It's a seed that this king has grown. Okay. And he doesn't want to stretch his money out like that. All right. Oh my God. Look at, I just pulled the devil out. He was sticking out. See his little feet on fire? Woo-wee. And that's that Capricorn energy right there. 10th house. Okay, so, and then look, he's got that pentacle in between his eyes. All right, his third eye. And that's where the devil can take over, you know, like money, 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 money. That's not the world. That's not, we're not here to just pump money all the time. We're here to experience life. Money is a luxury. Okay, money is something that we get just on a whim sometimes because we're great people. Okay, and we're willing to work for it. Okay, the devil comes in, 10th house, illusions. Maybe that's with a little bit with Neptune as well. Okay, so it's like somebody starts drinking or, you know, and now all of a sudden they don't love what they want to do. You know, they don't, you know, if they really love drawing or they really love painting or they really love, now all of a sudden they get drunk and they're like, you know, I'm a shitty painter and I'm never going to be able to do it. And it's, you know, it's just a fool's journey and I'm never going to get there. And it's like somebody, you know, that's what the devil wants to do. You know, the devil wants to tell you that you're an asshole and that you don't deserve anything and that you're going to be alone forever and, you know, deal with it or fucking fuck off, right? That's not the world, though. Okay, so with Hangman in reverse, that's your move. That's making a move. Getting out of Hangman and flying. It's a really cute card. It's a bat. And it's in reverse. The bat wants to fly. Done sleeping. Okay, so we're going to finish off that reading now because I feel like it's done. Just do what you love. Oh, it's a Slade song. Do what you love. You only live once. That's it. You only live once. Two of Wands in reverse. You know, you gotta, sometimes just when you least expect it, pull an ace of wands out of your ass and fucking do something with it. It's a great feeling. Woo. All right. How's everybody doing tonight? Y'all all right? Y'all all right? What's going on? So long that way. I've never seen that movie, but thank you. Or is it a show? Dina from Superstore. That sounds like a show, but I don't know. I've never had my voice compared to anything before, so thank you. Okay, here we go. Take it if you can, if it resonates. Next message, Spirit. Here we go. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. You are dealing with somebody who, honestly, from the looks of it, really thought that you were vain. And like, we have vain and pride together. And honestly, pride is vanity. Okay. I just did vanity because I don't know. That word popped up in my head. And like, as I was doing it, I was like, hey, that's pretty much pride. Like, I was going to do a entitlement card, which is also kind of pride, but I wanted to do vanity. And then I heard vanity, misshapen chaos, which is Romeo Montague. Misshapen chaos, vanity. I was like literally just listening to it. And the thing is, with Romeo and Juliet, Romeo in the beginning is seeing a girl named Rosaline. Okay. And then he sees Juliet. Okay. And as soon as he sees Juliet, Rosaline doesn't exist anymore. Like, I mean, she does, obviously, as a person, but in his mind, Rosaline's gone. He doesn't want her anymore. He wants Juliet. Okay. Because the way that she looks, that's the thing. He's vain when you think about it. And the priest calls him out on it. Okay, for falling in love with his eyes and not his heart. Okay, I'm getting the goosebumps sound like a motherfucker. Okay, so we have intimidation. Okay, Mars Sagittarius. Okay, with the knight. Now, I did all 4 knights in one card, and basically the knight jumps on that horse with whatever instrument he wants, okay? If he wants the pentacle, if he wants the cup, if he wants the wand, he fucking jumps on it, he goes. So, I see somebody misjudging you, okay? I don't know if they were intimidated by you, and then that intimidation kind of got into their head, and then once it got into their head, you left. You pieced out because you knew that something was going on with them, even if you didn't know them. All right. You still were like, whoa, this is a change of energy. We need to walk away. Somebody got the wrong impression. Okay, and they really regret that now. Okay, I think they really thought that you had ulterior motives. I think that they assumed if they dated you, maybe they were going to get enemies. All right, maybe you're not really liked by a lot of people in their mind. Maybe, you know, my parents a lot back in the day, like Whitney was always, you know, calling out things left, right, and center that weren't right. Like I don't know how I got it, but like, you know, if somebody missed a turn or something happened, I'd always point it out. Like I'd be like, hey, that person missed a turn. And my parents would get so mad at me sometimes. You know, they just wanted me to be quiet. They just want, you know, and then they would like sometimes apologize to their friends for me. And they'd be like, oh, I'm sorry about my daughter. I'm sorry she's so loud. I'm sorry she was like this. And I'd be like, the fuck? Don't apologize for me. Like I'm right fucking here. If I want to apologize, I'll fucking apologize. Don't apologize for me because I'm talking loud. Idiot. Okay. So again, I don't know. Maybe okay. This happened to my brother, actually, back in the day. He went on this blind date with this chick and fucking hated her. Okay, like hated her. I don't know what the fuck happened on this date, but he hated her. And then about 7 months later, he saw her again, and they had both been single the whole time. And it was different all of a sudden. My brother could never explain it. Neither can she. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden, they went on another date, and they've now been married for like 20 years. And it's so weird because I always wondered, like, what, because they don't really know either, right? All he can say was that she was super annoying. She was loud or something. And I forget what she said about him, but again, it was something really superficial because the thing is that, yes, his wife is super loud, okay? It's like she's deaf too. She's super loud. She's super outgoing. She's super, you know, she's very much like me, very boisterous, very, you know, like is a teacher, which I wanted to be a teacher, you know, like just very much like me. And I don't know why my brother, and he's my stepbrother, I don't know why he didn't like her, but once he saw her again, I mean, she's as loud as ever. You know, like she didn't stop being herself. She didn't, you know, calm down or tone down or not be so loud, you know, to get a husband or, you know, she just was herself. And I thought, like, you know, good for you. Like, because some chicks, if a guy doesn't like them or if they think that a guy doesn't like them for a certain reason, then they'll try to change that reason. And I don't personally understand that. I think you should just be yourself. And if they don't like you for yourself, then they don't like you. To change parts of yourself, to entertain somebody to like you, again, that seems like a red flag. Greetings, everybody. Seems like a little bit of a red flag. Okay, so with this person, again, I just heard Romeo. Misshapen chaos. Beauty mixed with vanity. Oh, there's this huge, I know so much of that movie off by heart. Obviously the Claire Danes one. I do not know. I didn't even know other Romeo and Juliets existed, minus like the 60s one. But I can hear Romeo in my head. There's this part where he's exiled from Verona, and he has to go on the outskirts, and he's like staying in a trailer in like the desert, and he's writing poetry. I mean, he writes, no, actually, that was a part where, I think that was a part where he was writing poetry in the beginning in Sycamore Grove, but I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's just a part where he's, you know, writing a poem. And I can hear him reciting it in my head right now. Like, I can hear his voice reciting it in his head right now. So the thing is the misshapen chaos, beauty mixed with vanity, somebody was too obsessed with how you looked. And I think thought that because you looked a certain way, you were going to be a certain way. I don't really know what that means. I don't know who they've been dealing with. You know, if pretty people are assholes, I guess, or serious vanity. I don't know. Maybe maybe you're just different. Maybe you don't shave your legs. Maybe you let it all hang out. I don't know. And this person's like, used to that blue collar kind of cookie cutter fucking lifestyle where everybody has to look perfect, iron jeans. Okay. And there you come in with like, a paper bag on, and they're like, my God, you're the most attractive thing I've ever seen, because they've been subjected to a different lifestyle for so long. And now once they see, like, this is a little bit like the paper bag princess now I'm getting. Which I don't even really remember that book. But all I can remember is her meeting a prince. She meets a prince in a paper bag. And then there's a dragon. And then the prince loses everything. And then yeah, that's right. She rejects him. He rejects her because she's in the paper bag. And then because something happened to her clothes, like the dragon burned them all off or something. I don't really remember. That kind of sounds fucked up now that I think about it. Why did she not have any clothes on? This is a children's book. And she loses her clothes. She has to put the paper bag on. She meets the prince, and the prince is like, ew, you're disgusting. But then once he loses all his clothes, again, I don't know what this dragon is burning people's clothes off. That's, again, now that I think about it, kind of fucked up. And then he finds her house, and he's like, oh my God, it's you. You're not a paper bag. Something like that. And she's like, get the fuck out of here. She doesn't even want him. She doesn't even care. She's like, fuck you. You judged me because I was in a paper bag and dirty. Wrong move. Man, that's what I'm getting. That's what my nose is. Somebody made a wrong move with you. I keep looking at hidden enemies. Like, I really do feel like they think for some reason you were going to become their worst best friend or something, or like the best of the worst. I don't know. Again, people make very, very wrong assumptions sometimes. And, it's just for them to learn a lesson. Like now, third-party interference. This is what I'm talking about. They're fucking listening to something in their head. Like, this person's dirty and your mother's not going to like them. They have their navel pierced and they're going to have their top out and their boobs out. And what's your mother going to think? And you're like, fuck my mother. Sorry, pardon my French. Fuck my mother. I'm going with the hot guy on the side of the street that doesn't have any clothes on, I guess. Okay? Because, like, fuck this. Again, white collar, blue collar, because the blue collars, we can't really put them in there because, like, they're the hardworking people, they're working hard. But the white collars, it's like, don't act like you still don't shit and it doesn't stink. You don't get BO and bad breath. Okay, and if you quit your job right now, if you didn't have a job, you would have fucking nothing. So don't act like you're somebody because of, like, money. Why do people think that money is, like, status? I have no idea. It's going to just be one of those things I'm never going to know the answer to. Cemetery gates. That's not good. Blaze one for the nation. That's my sister's favorite card. She loves that card. Blaze one for the nation, people. Sending good vibes. Let this thing die. Honestly, that's what I'm getting. Third party. Fuck this person. Pardon my French again. I don't know who we're fucking, okay? But we're fucking something. Okay? We're saying fuck you to something. All right? Because this is bullshit. Okay? We can't help the people that we love. We can't help the things that we want to do. Okay? I'm sorry, but pretty sure when you're naked, who the fuck cares what you were wearing before? Okay? Like, Superficiality, get the fuck out of this reading. Because, I'm not going to say this person's like an awful person or anything. Because they are biting their tongues. Now, look at Warlock on the bottom of the deck. I get that. This person did not listen to themselves, okay? They really didn't. All right, 3 billboards. Oh, they're watching you. Money, accusations, the tower, crash. See what I mean? They made some bad accusations. I said assumptions. Apparently, it's accusations. Okay, and their tower is coming down. Okay, their tower's coming down, which is what the cemetery gates is. Okay, either this person is going to fucking call you up and be like, I'm the most superficial piece of shit that has ever walked this earth. I don't even know if you ever want to talk to me again, but like, sorry, or I don't know. They're coming to a hard crash. This tower is doing, I don't know what you're doing to them. I don't know, maybe you're, I don't know. What are you doing to them? Let's see. What are you doing to them? Frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, and jealousy. You're making them jealous. You're making them fucking jealous that they were so fucking stupid to have even done it to begin with. They were like, well, I could have had it all, but, because they lived in a tent, I thought they were a fucking loser because I listened to my friends, or I didn't want to tell my parents that, hey, yeah, by the way, they live on that tent on the corner of 7th and 5th. All right. I didn't want to tell them that. So I didn't date them. And now they're dating, some guy in your building or some bitch down the street, and they're just going to let them live. We fucking move right in. You're like, well, that could have been me. And it could have been. And now they're going to be mad jealous. And whatever the fuck it is that you're about to do next, because they ran away from you and they shouldn't have. That's it. Healthy choices. Self-love. Being happier. Oh. Good job. The simple fact that you're just happy right now pisses them off. And again, but I thought that they loved you. Didn't they love you? Didn't they make the wrong the wrong mistake in the past and all this shit? Well, why are they angry? Okay, and that just goes to show that you are really supposed to leave this person for a reason, okay? Because they need to learn how dumb they really were, okay? You were never going to give them the time of day, ever. But Spirit had to see what they were going to do if it got offered, because clearly they were running their mouths about some shit. All right, they saw you. Oh, so good looking, all this. And then once they found out, where you lived and more about you, they were like, ew. Like, how fucking rude is that? Look at this. Stabbed in the back. Like, you think? Like, you think you were stabbed in the back? Like, just a little. We were talking about stabbed in the back last night, which maybe you should watch that video. The live that was last night was really good. It was about literally somebody stabbing you in the back. And what you do with that is incredible. Because it is, that's what people do. I mean, we can't help how people hurt us and what they choose to do. And, the wrath they decide to take out on us because they made the wrong decision. Obviously, it's always about them. They make the wrong decisions, they hurt you. They go the wrong way, they hurt you. Okay? They made the wrong, conclusion in the past. They're still going to blame it on you because they can't, maybe their pride, maybe they can't fucking put the vanity down. Maybe they can't fucking figure it out. You already did. They can't. So you are the paper bag princess and they are the fucking prince. They didn't figure it the fuck out. Just because you're living in a tent, that doesn't mean you're broke. Okay, maybe your house just got wiped out in a flood. To just jump to think that because you see doesn't mean you know shit. Okay, it does not mean you know shit. Okay, coffee cup in reverse. if they contact you, I really don't think that you want to talk to them. Okay, how's the Scorpio? Yeah, honestly, I feel like they're going to probably message you pretty soon. Okay, and then we just got boat in reverse. They're having some closure issues with you. Okay. Definitely, like they are hurt. And it's a different hurt. It's a hurt that they need to feel. They need to go through this. They need to see hammer and reverse, sabotage. They need to see how much they sabotaged. Okay? They sabotage themselves by listening to other people, by thinking it's a fucking popularity contest, by thinking that people are going to care about you. Okay, when you're 90 years old, are you going to think about, how the people cared about you and this chick that you started dating back in the day? Or are you going to be like, we're still here, honey? Like, really? I mean, think about it. Like, it's just, your future is going to be so much different than what it is where you are now, right? And what happens now is not going to mean anything 20 years from now, 50 years from now. It really isn't. It's just going to be a moment in time, and you're going to be over it at that point. This person in 50 years might still be thinking about the person. I don't know if you lived in a tent. I don't know why I keep getting tent. I don't know, but somebody really, really fucked up with you. And they're never going to get it back. Cassette, yeah, outdated thinking. Like they could not get over something, mask, and they're going to hide their feelings now for the rest of their lives because they know that you're not coming back. You're not doing this. You're made of love. You're unconditional love. And that's even better. Knowing that you're unconditional love and you won't take them back is even better. It shows that even with unconditional love, you're not going to be walked all over. You're not a rug. And wipe your shoes off. No, fuck you. It's not happening anymore. Right? And this was obviously maybe one of the last like I don't know, tests that you would have had to do with somebody else, right? Because it wasn't so much a test on you. You were being tested in a different way. This is a lifelong lesson now for them. That if they judge again by the way that somebody looks, that might just be, because let's say for example now all of a sudden this fucking person, tries to become a better person, and now they're like, okay, they go to pick up a hitchhiker and they go to pick up a chick because they're a superficial dude, and they'll go, oh, I'll pick up this chick, she whatever it is, and then she fucking turns into monster. That's all I saw. That movie back in the day, Charlize Theron, Monster, where she's killing the men for their wallets? That just came in my head. Okay. So good. Judge a book by its cover. Awesome. Keep fucking doing it if they didn't learn their lesson with you. Because then soon they're going to let in a monster in their car and she's going to kill them for the $5 they have in their wallet to give to their lesbian lover. People, just a little word to the wise, like learn your lessons. Okay, like where you can. Because, hey, is he a squirrel just sitting? Just sitting. That's so cute. Just sitting all by himself. And, just take a moment to just learn your lessons. Because, do you need Charlize Theron in Monster gutting you out? I really don't think you do. Okay, so somebody, and I don't know if this is the cross-watcher watching, but somebody really fucked up. And good for you, because you taught them that lesson. And I mean, I don't even know if you know that you did it or not. Whoa, I almost dropped these cards. But know that the universe knows that you did it. And they know that you did it. So, anywho, what are we at? 49, 41. My God, why do these readings go by so fast? Maybe one more reading, and then that's it. Ooh. Let's get the deck to the Ace of Wands. And then there's the Devil. Whoa. And the Moon? The Star in reverse. We started another different reading with the Star as the in reverse. All right. Look at, she's kind of like Medusa. She got a bunch of snakes on her head. Woo! Connected. But in reverse. Five of Cups in reverse. Ooh, King of Swords. Two of Swords in reverse. And the Divine. What the heck is happening? That's the High Priestess. King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Like, and Justice. Okay, we also have the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Six of Wands and the Eight of Swords in reverse, Three of Cups. Okay, so I feel like honestly, I kind of feel like the Divine is gonna lead you somewhere. But it's like, I don't think you know where, but they know where. And I feel like it's almost like you're going to get given something and you don't know about this. I don't know if maybe this is like your guides telling me something. Like, it's a really good thing. I'm picking up a really good energy. It's like somebody finally gets to say something. Okay. See, oh, this is not plugged in. Hold on. Oh my God, I felt like that took way too long. Jesus Christ. Okay. See how she has this in her hand and they have this. So that to me signifies something almost that like you could have lost your mind for. And it's like you lost your mind for it and now you're just like at peace about it, you know, like, all right, listen, I already lost my fucking mind over that a long time ago, and like you can't get me to lose my mind about it again because it's already done. Okay? So something like that, maybe, possibly. So maybe that's why it's a little cryptic about what's going to happen, because I feel like somebody is going to step into their truth. By stepping into their truth, it lets go of what they've been holding back. Okay? And once they release what they've been holding back, they realize that this is a good situation, not a bad one. I don't know, maybe somebody's going to like just release in front of you in some way. I don't know if they've been holding a lot back. And, you know, that's why maybe when you see them, you're going to be like, okay, well, you know, you've already hurt me. You've already done all this shit to me. So like, what the fuck could you possibly say to me now? Okay. Maybe the divine is going to lead you to like write to an ex-boyfriend or an ex-girlfriend. And they've been holding this back for so long. And once they see you, because they see you, they're going to say something. And it's Two of Swords in reverse. It suddenly breaks the stagnation because they chose to finally speak their truth, right? Because if you had to see this Two of Swords with this like snake around it, if you had to break that energy, okay, by stopping it, then that means that you had to I'm not even saying that you're going to force somebody into saying something, but by taking it away and not saying anything, now they feel like they can say something. And it breaks the stagnation. And now we've got Libra. Justice, the time clock, the sand clock, the hour. Is that an hourglass? Is that what that's called? And it's releasing sand onto death. And Scorpio's its next season. And Scorpio would be represented by death. Sex, death. And Libra right before it. with the steady hands. It's a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. Maybe that's what it is. Only a matter of time before you meet with this person, I guess. This Massacre of Cups. This is something I feel like, because the Massacre of Cups, I mean, I think the reason why they did it with like a grave is because people, men especially, all right, will take shit to the grave. And they will take all their feelings and everything they didn't say, and they will be buried with it. So maybe once they see you, they say, well, fuck it. If I'm going to take it to the grave anyways, I might as well say it to them and just walk away because they're not going to care about it anyways. Maybe and that could be it too. Maybe they just know that you're not going to care about what they have to say. Obviously, whatever they did was pretty bad, but the divine is lining you back up again to possibly make the wrong things right. Nine of Pentacles with the Empress, and then the Guide, the Fool, and the Six of Cups. That's your fucking past right there. You could have had a kid with this person. But with the Divine and the Guide, you're being guided right towards them. Did you just hear that door slam? You probably didn't because you're behind the window. Somebody just slammed a door out there. A car door. Okay, and with the Empress right there, she's got her heart in her hand. All right? And it's going to be kind of like, I don't know, you might give your heart to them. I don't know. Once they tell you the truth, I mean, the truth changes a lot of things. Maybe they're making more money now. Maybe they're happier now. And the only thing that's going to make them happier is to fucking run into you. But I don't think they ever think that they're going to run into you. That's the thing. 7 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. With the 5 of Swords. Woo! And the 10 of Swords on the Tower. And Death. There it fucking is. I told you so. Ace of Cups in reverse. What the fuck? I don't know, man. These are general readings, so I don't know if you are going to take this person back or not. But we got Death on the board. With the Moth, it's a huge possibility that this person has changed. Okay? Chariot. Okay? 5 of Swords, it's going to be really hard for this person to look at you when they tell you the truth. But they're going to look at you. Because it's possible in the past, they didn't look at you, they lied to you, and then they walked away. Now they're going to fucking look you dead in the eye. And the 7 of Wands, he just made me look. See, that's this bat. Okay, and he's got these crossbones underneath him. Okay, that's the 2 of Wands. Okay, 4 of Wands, or 5. Is there 5 down here? Okay, 5 of Wands is down here. That's the fight. Okay, the 7 of Wands, it's always usually you have to defend yourself against people trying to hurt you, against people trying to make you do things that you don't want to do. And like your passion is more important than what I just heard a bunch of liberals think. I am not anyway into politics, and I don't really know what that means, but obviously Spirit knows what it means. Okay, I know liberals are people, but like I don't know what it actually like a liberal means, and I don't think I really care to know. I think there's more to life than that, but that's just me. Okay, so he's fighting with the 2 of Wands. He's got the fucking 2 of Wands in his hands. All right, so I mean, don't be surprised if you're a little snappy with them, okay? You definitely deserve to be. And with the Tower, when people... The thing is, I feel like so many people hold their emotions back. If somebody snaps at you, they're showing you their anger because you're doing something that they don't want you to do. Like sometimes, like if you're going to get hurt, all right, if you're going to get hurt, right? Like the whole snapping on people, like I'm not saying that snapping is a good thing, but sometimes when you snap on somebody, it's kind of like, I almost feel like we don't really do it consciously. We kind of do it a little subconsciously because we could have our guard up, right? Obviously, you know, if you're single and in the world, you most likely have some type of guard up. Anyway, I hope you do. Okay. So they might, you know, see that. That's the thing, is it's all going to be about how they react. Like, because you deserve to be angry and you deserve to fucking all of a sudden flip them off to their face. Okay. You deserve to snap. That's the fucking reality of the situation. It's whether or not they fucking check themselves mad quick and go like, listen, I know that I'm fucked up. Okay. Because that's the thing. Right? It's just whether or not they can submit to you, because it's going to be a little bit of submission. Not because, again, territorial in any way. It's just like you got to submit to somebody if their guard is up, because then by submitting, you're showing them that you're not a harm to them. You're not a threat to them. You've submitted. I'm not going to hurt you. Okay, then they put their guard down. A lot of it is how people's guards are. You know, 7 of Wands, like people hold that shit. You know, they really keep their wands close. Okay, so again, I mean, I think you've come to peace with a lot of things, so I don't really think you are even gonna snap. But if you do, just honestly do what you want to do, but just be gentle with yourself, because you deserve to snap. And I hate when people say that you're not allowed to show emotion, you know, because they don't want to see it and they're uncomfortable. It does not mean that you don't get to have emotion and a human response. Because that's been coming up a lot, is collective having a human response to something and it pissing somebody off around you. Why, how, when, doesn't matter. The fact that it happened, and that's just it. You know, like, nobody needs to have a fucking reaction as to what you do. But anyways, I just started hearing favorite sneakers. They say subtlety is an art form, and now subtly keep this fucking car warm. See, I love it through the Chesapeake. See, I think you were homeless and on the middle of an ice storm. They yell abandon ship, and then I pump my fist. So come with me if you wanna live, cause we all gotta go. Oh, that's my favorite song. Oh my God, it's about the Grim Reaper coming and cleaning his favorite sneakers just in case he dies. Look at that, the star. I just caught the Grim Reaper cleaning up my favorite sneakers, so I look good. I look fly. And you know, honestly, I feel like this person, look at the Hanged in reverse. I feel like this person, they might think they're gonna die soon. They might think they're gonna die soon. So maybe that's why they come towards you. Again, it's not always like sexual, just because it's just an analogy, right? If the storyline makes sense within the analogy of what was said, then yeah, you know, but it doesn't necessarily, like, it doesn't have to be sexual. It doesn't have to be an ex, you know, like we have ex family members, we have ex friends, ex lovers. Okay, some of us have ex-kids, you know, some of you probably maybe don't talk to your parents, or your kids don't talk to you or something, you know, like there's a lot of different situations, you know, so just to see it through the black and white that I say, that's not really going to work with tarot. You have to kind of like swim through the void and, you know, see if it matches, right? That's tarot. Tarot's in the gray. I have to say it black and white because it has to be said some way. But tarot's in the gray. It can't be explained, but humans need words in order to understand. So spirit has to say it in words, but the words are going to be different because they're collective messages. They're not going to be the same words. So it just has to say a story, just like the Paper Bag Princess. It's just a story. How it fits in your life is how it does. And that's if somebody needs to know what an analogy was. And you're welcome for explaining it. Maybe we got somebody new to tarot here, and you needed to know what an analogy was. Sometimes it doesn't stick. I'm dyslexic. People can say things to me a million times until they go, and then I go, whoa. And then they're like, I told you. And I'm like, I'm dyslexic. I don't fucking know what you said. I just nodded. Like, am I going to die? No. Okay. Do I really need to know? Probably not. Okay. So not everybody gets it. All right. Trust me. I'm right there with you. Okay. Unless instructions come with a guide. Good luck, Whitney. Okay. So anyways, my tea is cold, so I'm going to have to warm it up. So I'm done. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful night. Happy Sunday. Hope you did great. Okay. We'll see you tomorrow sometime. Not sure when, but I'll be around. Alrighty. Peace. Word to your mothers. Be good.